video, we are going to discuss very important topic of this chapter, fundamentals of partnership. This topic is very important for board point of view as well as competitive examination point of view. Topic is past adjustment of fundamentals of partnership. As we have already studied in class 11th, the chapter which was rectification of error. Rectification of errors. This topic is related to from this chapter, rectification of errors. In rectification of errors, we rectify the errors because errors maybe happen in accounting transactions or in accounting field because we are the human beings and human beings can do the mistake. So if we have done any type of error, then we need to rectify that error. This topic is related to this rectification of error part. In rectification of error, we have already understand that there were four types of errors happening by the content. First error was error of omission. Second error was error of commission. Third error was error of principal. And fourth, compensating errors. But in this topic, we will learn only the error of omission and commission. Omission in the sense you forget to record any transaction. This is the part of omission. And commission in the sense you have recorded this transaction but you have recorded with wrong amount, you have recorded with wrong account, like this is known as error of commission. So in this topic we will learn only the error of omission and commission part, not the error of principal and compensating errors will come in this topic. Okay, see here, with the help of one problem we will understand how to rectify these errors. First of all, we have to understand the adjustment table because for rectifying these errors, we have to pass single journal entry. With the help of journal entries, we will able to rectify these errors. But before making the journal entry, we have to prepare an adjustment table. This is the format of adjustment table. Here in question, there are three partners. First partner name is Hardik, second Sumit, and third Shubham. So we have created here three columns of amount: Hardik, Sumit, and Shubham. And another one is the column of partnership form, because as we know that the firm and the partners of the business both are separate body. So we have to make separate column for the partnership form. Now first of all, we will have to understand the problem, that what types of error is happening here and how this will be rectified. See here, this was the net profit of uh, previous year 1,20,000, which has been duly distributed among its partner Hardik, Sumit, and Subham in their agreed profit sharing ratio. It means net profit has been distributed among the partners in agreed ratio. There is no problem in the distribution of net profit. It was discovered on 10th April 2020 that the under mentioned transactions were not passed through the books of account for the firm for the year ended 31st March 2020, which stood duly closed on that date. They have distributed net profit in agreed ratio, but they have underestimate all these dates related problems. So we have to rectify this, that they have not provided interest on capital. We will provide now. They had not charged interest on drawing. We will charge now. They had not provided salary to the partners. We will provide now. They had not given commission to the partners. We will provide now. Then after we will make the rectification entry. So first of all, you have to remember the very important thing, which is anything which is profit from the firm, it will be loss for the partner. and vice versa. In the sense, anything which is profit for the partner, loss for the firm. Only this point you will have to remember, because in this topic this point will only be useful. Suppose interest on capital. We talk about the interest on capital. Partner invest capital into the business and firm provide interest on these capital. It means interest on capital is an expense for the business, but it is income for the partner. On the same way, if we talk about interest on drawing, then interest and drawing is charged by the firm. Then interest on drawing is expense for the partner but income for the firm. So remember the point that if anything which is expense for the firm, it will be income for the partner, and if anything which is income for the partner, it will be expense for the firm. This is the concept of this topic. Only from this concept we will solve all the problems. Okay, see here, first of all, they have not provided interest on capital, so we will provide here interest on capital. First, interest on capital credited. As you know that this is profit for the partner, so we will credit in the partner's capital account and it will be debit in the firm's account. See here, interest on capital is 10%. Here capital amount is also given, 1 lakh 80,000 and 60,000. 10% of 1 lakh means 10,000. Here we will write 10,000. 10% of 80,000, it means 8,000 here, and 10% of 60,000, it means 6,000 here. Total amount will be how much? 24,000. This will be debit side in the form. We have credited interest on capital. Now interest on drawing. They have not charged interest on drawing, so we will charge here interest on drawing also. Interest on drawing debited. Drawing amount is already given here. We need not to calculate the amount of drawing. As we discussed, interest on drawing is income for the firm but expense for the partner. So here we will debit this amount 1,400, 1,600. Total amount will be how much? 1,000. 3,000 will be total amount. This will be credit here. Anything which is in expense for the partner, it will be income for the firm. Salary of rupees 20,000 to Hardik and 30,000 Sumit. We have to provide here salary. It is expense for the firm but income for the partner. Salary credited. How much the salary amount? The salary amount is 20,000 to Hardik. Here we will write 20,000 and 30,000 to Sumit. Here we will write 30,000. Nothing is here. It will be debit in the firm's account. 50,000. Now come to the next transaction, which is commission due to H on capital transaction rupees 12,000. H commission is also due. H in the sense Hardik commission is also due here. So we will provide commission to Hardik also. Commission to H credited. How much amount of commission is here? 12,000. We will credit here. nothing will be here, nothing will be here, and this 12,000 will be debit here. Whatever the missing part we have already provided. Now what we have to do? We have to make the balancing figure from the firm side, not the partner side. Remember this. First of all, we have to make the balance from the firm, and after that we will make the balancing figure from the partner side. Okay, see here. First of all, we will balance here. How much will be the total amount? 50,000 plus 24,000, 74,000 plus 12,000. It means 86,000. This will be the total amount. It may be balanced from debit side or it may be balanced from credit side. Whichever is more, you will have to balance from that side. 86,000 minus 3,000, 83,000. Here in balancing figure, firms having credit balance. Credit balance in the sense this amount will be adjusted among the partners in the debit side, not the credit side. Then it will be comes under the partners debit side. If it will be debit side in the firm's account, then it will be adjusted under the credit side of the partners. So here we will write adjustment made in the ratio of how much is the profit sharing ratio. Profit sharing ratio is 2:1. 2:1. We have to distribute this 83,000 among the partners into 2:1. 2:1:1. 41,500. Here will be the debit amount of 41,500. Now what will be the amount here? 20,750. We will write here 20,750 on the same 20,750. Here the firm balance becomes nil. First of all, we have to nil this firm balance. Then after we will balance the partners account. Now we have to balance the partners account. So here first of all we have to calculate here how much amount is here. 41,500 plus 1,400. It means 42,900. This is the total amount. Here 20,000 plus 10,000, 30,000 plus 12,000, 42,000 total amount. Here 20,750 plus 1,000, 21,750, and here 30,000 plus 8,000, 38,000, and here 20,000 plus 750 plus 6, 21,350 will be here. Here now we have to check that where is the more balance, debit side or credit side. If debit side will be more balance, it means that partner will be the debit amount, and if credit side is more balance, it means that partner will be the credit amount. First of all, we will see here the Hardik having debit balance 42,900 and credit balance 42,000. It means debit balance is more than 900. So here 900 will be the debit balance of Hardik. Now see here Sumit. If we talk about the Sumit, then 38,000 is here and 21,750 is here. It means credit balance of Sumit is more than the debit balance. Here 50. This will be the credit balance because credit side is more amount. Here we have to see which balance. Here the debit balance is more than the credit balance. So Shubham account will be create the debit balance 21,350 minus 6,000 15,350. This will be debit balance because debit balance is more. Now what adjustment entry we will pass? Those having debit balance we will write in debit side, and those having credit balance we will write in credit side. Debit balance is whose? Hardik and Shubham having debit balance. So we will write here journal entry Hardik capital account debit, Shubham capital account debit to Sumit capital account. In case of fixed capital, we will use here capital. In place of capital account, we will use here current account. And in case of fluctuating capital, we will use here capital account. How much the amount of Hardik? 900. How much the amount of Subham? 15,350. And how much the amount of Sumit? 16,250. Now you can check if the debit and credit balance is equal. It means your rectification part, you have rectified these entries very correctly. If the debit and credit balance is not equal, it means something is missing here. You are doing a few mistakes here. We will write also narration being errors rectified. So check here 15,350 plus 900. How much will be amount? 15,350 plus 900. This will be 16,250. And here credit balance is also 16,250. It means you have rectified these error correctly. If this balance, debit and credit balance is not matched, it means your rectification is wrong. So this is all about the past adjustment of the fundamentals of partnership.